Thank you. Good evening and welcome to the June 17, 2024 council meeting. Members of the public were provided with the following methods to watch and or participate in this open meeting. You can attend in person at the North Duckbee's Community Complex. Second, you can send electronically via Zoom to observe the meeting or to speak to an item on the agenda. Third, you can watch the live stream by accessing the meeting on the Township YouTube page. And finally, you can submit written comments to the Clerks Division that were provided to council members and will form part of the public record. I'd now like to call the meeting to order, and can I have approval of the agenda, please?
By myself, by Council Williams, that council adopt the June 17, 2024 council meeting agenda as presented.
All those in favor? Carrie, thank you. I'd now like to do the Indigenous acknowledgement. We acknowledge that the land on which we gather today is the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee, the Anishinaabe, and Neutral people. We acknowledge the enduring presence of the Indigenous people with whom we share this land today, their achievements and their contributions to our community. We offer this acknowledgement as an act of reconciliation, but reconciliation is only words unless we put it into action. And a lot of people are afraid of that word because they don't know what it means. But Chief Ava Hill, when she was here, taught me what it meant. Chief Ava Hill was a few years ago through the Air News. We presented her with a Buddy Miracle jersey. So we found out he was the first NHL Indigenous hockey player, and he was born from here. And when we presented it to Ava Hill at Senator Rice, the chiefs turned and said, "This is what reconciliation is. It's acknowledging that we do accomplish things, that we do make a difference in society, and that we matter. Reconciliation is respect." I think that's something we can all give to each other at every rate. So let's pause for a minute and think about that. Thank you. Is there any disclosure of pecuniary interest or general nature thereof? Seeing none. Can I have the adoption of the council minutes, please?
Moved by myself, second by Councilor Tilly, that council approve the following meeting minutes. 6:1, council meeting minutes, June 3rd, 2024. 6:2, council meeting minutes, June 10th, 2024. And 6.3, Ward 4 Town Hall minutes, May 16th, 2024.
All those in favor? Carrie, thank you. Presentations. Seniors of the Year Award 2024 recipient Pat Crown. Maybe, can you put the mic up there? Oh, Sure. June is Seniors Month in Ontario. The Ministry of Citizenship and Multiculturalism has awarded the 2024 Senior of the Year Award to Patricia Craft in recognition of her outstanding contributions in our community, raising money for spinal cord research at Parkwood Hospital, London, for example. She's here in memory of son every 5 years. Collecting milk bags to make mats for homeless people. Knitting poppies for the 200th celebration for the bridge. Knitting pneumonia jackets for Africa. Knitting hats for neighbors, helping neighbors, medical care patients, and Operation Christmas Child. Compassion, caring for family and friends. Christchurch Eucharistic Minister, Reader, and Prayers of the People. Member of the North Duckbee's Garden Club. You could be all night. Senior Rep of the North Boundaries Program Advisory Committee. Attend programs such as Youth at Heart at Knox Church, Take a Break Euchre at Kirkwood, Music Night at Kirkwood, and formed Airheads. You sing right now. Pat, you're amazing. You're a cherished member of our community. I'm going to put this in the field so you can see all the things that so many people were excited to write about you. You know what? You are blessed by them loving you, but that was because you loved them. Thanks a lot, Pat. Woo! You're a wonderful example. We call ourselves Limp and Gift because we both limp and gift up to the middle range. You don't have to stay. You can reach. You reach. So go party, but I want to be secure. Can I have the motion, please, Anita?
Moved by myself, seconded by Councilor Woolman, that the presentation of Senior of the Year Award to the 2024 recipient, Patricia Crowell, be received with thanks.
All those in favor? Carrie, thank you. Is there any requests of that consent agenda items for separate consideration? Seeing none, would any of the public like to experience them? Okay, so none, so we can go right to the consent agenda, which is items. Consent agenda, okay. And that's Councilor Tilly, please.
Moved by myself, second by Councilor Osmer. Following reports as listed on June 17, 2024 consent agenda be received and the recommendations contained therewithin be approved and acted upon. 10.1.1 PW Report 1024 Dumpies Road Securities Reduction Request. 10.1.2 FD Report 06-2024 Fire Department May 24 Incident Summary. And the following information items as listed on June 17, 2024 consent agenda be received. Communications A, Basketball and Clyde. B, Municipality of Tweed resolutions regarding exotic animals in Ontario. Advisory committees, A, Leisure and Lifestyle Advisory Committees, March 20, 2024. RAC minutes, April 25th, 2024. External public agencies, Region Waterloo Council minutes, March 20th, 2024. And GRCA minutes, April 26th, 2024.
All those in favor? Carrie, thank you. Next, we have reports. The Air 200 Civic Holiday Weekend event. Councilor Rowland, you have the motion. Did I miss something? Okay. Anybody want any comments or anything? Or it's going to be busy and fun. Councilor Rowland, please.
Moved by myself, by Councilor Wells, that council received report number 13-2024, that council grant permission to Air 200 Committee to organize and implement 2024 Air 200 Civic Holiday Weekend event throughout the township of North starting Thursday, August 1st and ending Sunday, August 4th, 2024. That bylaw 3491-24 being a bylaw to temporarily close Gang Street, Admiral Street to 29 Piper Street between the hours of 5:45 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. on Thursday, August 3rd. 2024 to accommodate the Air 200 Rubber Duck Race being enacted, and that bylaw number 3492-24 being a bylaw establishing temporary no parking restrictions for Mellor Drive, East Side, Guthrie Street, Greenfield Street, Greenfield Road, no parking on the Greenfield Road from Lebanon to 100 meters east of Mellor Drive, Saturday, August 3rd, 2024, from the hours of 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. to be enacted, and the council designated 2024 Air 200 Civic Holiday Weekend event the special event to align with the applicable provisions of bylaw number 3305-22 in the Bell Food Vendor Schedule B, Section 4, Law 5. Food vendors to be invited to the event.
All those in favor? Carrie, thank you. Next CAO report extension for listed properties on the Heritage Registry. Would you like to speak, CAO again?
Madam Mayor, this report just outlines to Township Council. You may recall about 2 months ago, Council adopted a resolution amongst a series of municipalities asking that the province reconsider the sunset provisions for the Heritage Registry. You asked for a 2-year extension. The government heard you and others, and Bill 200, which was approved in legislature on June the 6th, extended the consideration of properties on a Heritage Registry to be extended through to January 1, 2027. So effectively, we have 2 additional years to continue the assessment of properties that are on our built Heritage Registry to determine whether or not they're appropriate for designation under Part 4 of the Ontario Heritage Act. This is more of an information report for Township Council's consideration.
Thank you, CAO Kelly, and it is wonderful news. Can I have the motion, please, Councillor Lawson?
Moved by myself, second by Councillor Chile, that CAO report number 32-2024 be received for the purposes of information.
All those in favor? Carried, thank you. Eleven point 2.3 CAO report, reconsideration of the establishment of a Heritage Advisory Committee. CAO McMillan, would you speak on it?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This report sort of flows out of the report you just dealt with in terms of the 2-year extension that was granted under Bill 200 as it relates to the listing of heritage resources. Township Council twice during this term has considered whether or not there were merits in striking and appointing membership for the Heritage Advisory Committee. Township Council to date has decided that because the time period and the definitive roles of committee, specifically as it led to the heritage inventory listing with the end of year timeline, that it was not going to be worthwhile for the committee members and would frustrate certain members of the Heritage Advisory Committee. With the new information that it now is January 1, 2027, staff are reintroducing this back into Township Council, new information, perhaps there's a change in Council's consideration. Staff believe that there is a role for the Heritage Advisory Committee. They can be a significant resource to assist staff in terms of looking at the 300 plus properties that are presently in our listing, determine what, if any, properties would be appropriate for consideration for Part 4 designation, maybe of assistance. If we identify some candidate properties, to have discussions with those landowners, because historically it's been the township's position that we would only designate to a Part 4 classification if we had a willing landowner. So not only could help in the research and assessment, but they could also be a bridge and part of the discussions with properties where such an evaluation may occur. There are other roles and responsibilities for the Heritage Advisory Committee beyond just what I've spoken of. They include comments on demolition of buildings that may be on the heritage inventory listing, but also providing recommendations to council on cultural heritage impact assessments that may be triggered either through a building code application and or a planning act application. So it is staff's recommendation to Township Council in light of the new information flowing from Bill 200 that staff be directed to commence with the advertisement and the recruitment process to seek interested members of the community for appointment to the Heritage Advisory Committee.
Thank you, CAO McMillan. Is there any questions or comments? Councillor Williams.
Madam Mayor, I do agree with the report. I think it is time that we bring this feedback. I have spoken with some members, former members of the committee. They've all expressed interest in that committee, so I'm sure we get people that want to join.
Any other comments? Councillor Williams.
I just have a clarification question. So the extension is to January 2027. but the Heritage Advisory Committee will sit until the end of our term in 2026, correct? So that would be until 2026.
See on here?
So the committee would be coincident with the term of council, which is the middle of November. Whether or not they have any business meetings post municipal election leading into the turnover of council in November would be a decision at that point in time, but technically they will be appointed for the term of this council.
Seeing no further questions, can I have the motion, please, Council Rose?
Moved by myself, seconded by Councilor Lewin, that CA report number 14-2024 be received. And that staff be redirected to commence with the advertisement and recruitment process to seek interested members of the community for appointment to the Heritage Advisory Committee.
All those in favor? Carried, thank you. Paul Street designation, any questions about reading with that? Can I have the motion, please, Councilor Kelly?
Moved by myself, seconded by Councilor Ossner, that PD report number 2824 be received, and that bylaw number 3493-24 being a bylaw to designate the 1.5-story residence located at 2 Hall Street under Part 4 of the Ontario Heritage Act as a property of cultural heritage value for its design as well as its physical, historical, and associated value be enacted, and that the clerk complete all necessary transactions to facilitate the advancement of this Part 4 designation in accordance with the applicable provisions of the Ontario Heritage Act.
All those in favor? Carried, thank you. And next we have Mitchell Drain. Any questions or comments before we start? Council Rose?
Just a question of clarification. Is this the same Mitchell Drain as was previous council, or is this a different one? Because I think there were two.
There are two. Go ahead, see Alderman.
So, Madam Mayor, you may recall that Councillor Wilms was appointed to the Court of Revision with representatives from Blandford Blenheim dealing with the Mitchell Drain, which generally was located on Trusser Road north of Cedar Creek Road. It happens to be the same name, same family, different drain. We're speaking to the Mitchell Drain that straddles Blandford Blenheim, Frank County, and North Dumfries. The township did undertake improvements to this Mitchell Drain approximately 6 years ago. These are further improvements, largely within the boundaries of the county of Brant. However, because this drain straddles the 3 constituent municipalities, the cost of the proposed improvements will be shared amongst the 3 municipalities on a proportionate basis.
Any further questions? Councilor Rowland, please.
Moved by myself, by Councilor Wilms, that PD report number 013-2024 be received. The council pursuant to section 25 of the Drainage Act, direct Headway Engineering to assess as a block built-up area of lands, self-arid lands and roads located east of Swan Street and designated on the attached plan. And the staff be directed to notify Headway Engineering of the approved block assessment for lands and roads within the area. As part of the preparation of 2025 budget, staff identified an expenditure line for costs attributed to the block assessment. The township lands are located within Mitchell Drain, North Dumfries, Frank County, Blenheim, attachment.
All those in favor? Carried, thank you. There's mayor's and councilors report. Is there anything anyone wishes to state? Seeing none. Into close, Councilor Austin, please.
Moved by myself, second by Councilor Chili, the council move into closed meeting session at 6:19 p.m. pursuant to the Municipal Act section 2392B to discuss CAO performance evaluation, personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees, Municipal Act section 2392.
Carried, thank you.